This is another episode of The Right Life Podcast, your number one source for everything bariatric surgery, from pre-op to post-op. Registered dietitian Alex Conception gives you real, raw tips and motivation through your journey. This is The Right Life Podcast.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to The Right Life Podcast. Today, I want to talk about making lasting change in your life. One of the biggest challenges we face, especially after surgery, is the tendency to revert back to old habits. If you find yourself constantly falling back, you're not alone. It's tough. The flesh is weak. But remember, we have to take things one step at a time. There is a very simple yet powerful principle you might have heard of. It's called the 2190 principle. But before we dive into the 2190 principle, let's understand why our old habits are so persistent. I often say you're not going to change a lifetime of bad habits in a few weeks or a few months. After surgery or any significant life change, the environment might shift, but our brain still holds on to the old patterns that were once survival mechanisms. These habits, they form neural pathways. Think of this like your spot on a pillow or a cushion. The more you rest on that spot, the deeper the indentation becomes. Over time, making that spot the natural choice for comfort and routine. Now, change is challenging because it requires us to forge new paths, which is initially much harder than walking the familiar ones, basically. Every time you choose a salad over fries or water over soda, you're slowly altering the landscape of your brain. But in moments of stress or fatigue, it's tempting to revert back to old, easier paths. That's why understanding and patience with yourself are crucial. So, what is the 2190 principle? It's based on the idea that it takes 21 days to build a new habit and 90 days to establish that habit as a permanent lifestyle change. The first step towards change is awareness. By recognizing these patterns and the triggers that activate them, you empower yourself to start making new choices. Each decision, it might seem minor, but they set the stage and build a foundation for that long-term success. The next step after awareness, it's action. The first 21 days are all about building new paths. I do want to be clear, we're not avoiding old habits. The goal is to establish new behaviors that replace them. The first 21 days set the stage. You focus on small, manageable steps that build toward a greater goal. Number one is having a goal. Identify specific behaviors you want to change. If your focus is improving nutrition, you might decide to incorporate a serving of veggies into each meal. Or like I always say, lead with protein. Establish that habit if you haven't already. Number two, creating daily reminders, alarms, apps, physical notes, or an actual checklist. Make sure you commit to the new behaviors daily. And at the end of each day, spend some time to reflect on your progress. What worked, what didn't, and adjust your plans accordingly. As you transition from the initial 21 days into the next phase, your focus will shift from establishing habits to deepening and solidifying them. Number one, reinforce the new habits. Continue the practices you've started, but now with less need for conscious effort as they become more ingrained. For example, if your new habit is waking up early to go for a walk, continue this practice, but begin to focus less on the effort it takes to wake up and more on enjoying the walk or exploring new routes. This shift helps solidify the habit as it becomes more of a natural part of your morning rather than a challenge. Make sense? Number two, integrate habits across contexts. Begin to integrate these new behaviors into various aspects of your life, making them more holistic and less isolated. Example, if you've established a habit of mindful eating, start applying mindfulness to other parts of your day. Use the same principles during work breaks, observing your surroundings, or how you engage in tasks with attentiveness. This helps transform mindfulness from a mealtime practice to a broader lifestyle approach. And number 3, expand and diversify. As the habit becomes more comfortable and automatic, consider ways to expand upon it or add complementary habits. For example, let's use exercise. Once you're comfortable with your initial exercise routine, consider adding variety by incorporating strength training, maybe 2 or 3 days a week, or try a yoga class to complement your cardiovascular workouts. This not only prevents monotony, but also enhances your physical fitness from different angles, making your exercise routine more comprehensive and, of course, enjoyable. Now, very important, celebrate the victories. Recognize and celebrate your progress. Each step forward is a building block in your new lifestyle, deserving recognition and, of course, appreciation. By following these steps, you're not just changing a habit, you're crafting a lifestyle that's aligned with your aspirations and your goals. If you're looking for a structured program to guide you through this process, the Berry Balance Blueprint offers a comprehensive approach to taking these steps in the first 4 weeks, the habit forming period. Okay? One step at a time with daily action items that build throughout your journey. It is that time of the year where the New Year's resolution is that starting point. Let's just start today. Okay, we have a Black Friday deal going on right now for 80% off full price. Don't wait till it's gone. Go to therightlife.com. Just put in the coupon code Black Friday at checkout. That's all one word, Black Friday, for 80% off. Take advantage of the offer. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next. Peace.
This was another episode of The Right Life Podcast. For more motivation and future episodes with Alex, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any life-changing moments.